Alright, so, I'm starting up my, YouTube channel again, and I hope you can hear me because it's been a while since I used, OBS, and, I'm going to just overwrite this game, and I'm thinking I might play other games too. I'm going to set it to easy difficulty because that's the only difficulty I'm familiar with. I'm going to play the tutorial, and let's see. I think I'm going to make my cat orange. I feel a sneeze coming on, so I might sneeze. There should be amber eyes. Maybe. Ooh, I got it. Yeah. I'm going to name my cat, Silver. No, wait. I think I already have one of those. Mud. Yeah, Mud. I'm sort of in a hurry to get going. I've played Cattails before, but, hey, what are you doing out here? But, and I've gotten to what a lot of people probably consider the end, but, it's been a while since I've played, so I might be a little rusty with the controls. You don't look like you're from around here. I'm Coco, by the way. Why don't you come over here and tell me your name? You say your name is Mud? That's a good name for you, if you don't mind me saying. You say you were left here all by yourself? Dropped off on the side of a road? How terrible! Well, if that's your story, you've got a lot of learning ahead of you. You'll have to fend for yourself out here in the wild. If you don't know how to forage, hunt, and fight, you can't expect to live more than a few days. You better listen closely to everything I say. I can show you how to survive around these parts. First things first, you'll need to know how to forage. There should be some golden seal around here. It's a green leafy plant with a bright red berry. We use it to patch up wounds. Why don't you find some golden seal and bring it to me? Shouldn't be too hard to locate. Let me know if you need some help. Go and gather. There's like golden seal everywhere around here. Like no matter where I go in this particular area. Golden seal. Whoop. I didn't want to do that, but great work. You'll be foraging like a pro soon enough. You go ahead and keep that golden seal, by the way. Never know when it may come in handy. I'll leave it in your inventory. There's lots of plants that grow around golden seal, lavender, catnip, and marigold, to name a few. They all have their unique uses, make sure to gather some up and try them out if you see them. Just remember that all plants need time to grow back after they've been harvested, and some plants will only grow in certain seasons. You're also going to need to know how to find food for yourself. You'll need to eat regularly to stay healthy and alive. You can eat some plants like berries and licorice root, but they don't fill you up very fast. You'll mainly want to eat prey that you catch with your own 4 paws. That's the good stuff. I don't suppose you know how to hunt, do you? I'll show you the way. Why don't you sneak around and find a mouse? They make for tasty snacks. First, sneak around so they won't hear you coming. Then, find a mouse and get close so you can focus on it. You want to get as close as possible without scaring him off. The closer you get, the better chance you have of catching the mouse. Don't worry, mice are very good at spotting us cats, so you can get pretty close. Then, pounce on the mouse once you're focused on and ready. If you did it just right, you'll have a nice meal waiting for you in the grass. Don't worry if you miss on your first few tries. Hunting is tricky, and you won't always catch your prey. Just keep moving and try again. You got all that? If you need to hear it again, just talk to me and I'll repeat myself for you. Good luck and happy hunting! Oh, dang it. There's a mouse right there, which I would have seen if I had been holding shift. Oh, so close! That was perfect form, Mud. But the mouse still got away. Sometimes they can be tricky. Keep trying. I'm sure you'll catch the next one. Nicely done. You're a natural hunter, Mud. But you'll still need a whole lot more than just one measly mouse to keep yourself well fed and in top shape. Don't let it get to your head. You can find all sorts of prey to hunt all throughout the wilderness. Moose will see you coming from a lot further away than a mouse will, so you'll have to stay alert and keep learning. You can always get better at hunting by spending experience on your passive hunting skill on your skills panel. All this hard work is probably making you hungry. Why don't you try eating that mouse you just caught? You'll need to eat in order to survive in Cattails. You can see how hungry your cat is in the bottom left corner of the screen. If your hunger is reduced to 0, you'll start taking damage from starvation. It looks like you're a little hungry right now. Go ahead and eat the mouse you just got by opening up your inventory, selecting the mouse, and then selecting Eat from the list of options. This is a shortcut. Space. Make sure you keep an eye on how hungry you are, Mud. It could be the difference between life and death. Now then, do you have any special skills? Any sort of training that cats of your upbringing go through? No? None at all? Well, that's not surprising. I'm about to teach you a Coco specialty skill called Sprint. You can use it to gain a quick burst of speed. You can use Sprint to cover ground quickly, to run away from a fight that's too big for you, or to catch up with prey that's escaping. You've learned the Sprint skill. It has been added to your active skills bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. You can use it by either clicking the sprint icon in your active skills bar or by pressing 1 on your keyboard. Try it out now! Yes, that's just how it's done. You can use sprint every now and then, but after you use it, you'll have to wait a few seconds before using it again. Every active skill you learn will work in a similar way. Normally, you'll have to gain experience to learn new skills, and you can only equip a new skill inside your den. You'll gain experience by hunting, fighting, foraging, and even by sleeping. There's lots of skills available, such as combat skills, travel skills, support skills, and more. You can have any 4 active skills at a time, so you'll want to experiment with different combos and find what works best for you. You can also use experience to upgrade your passive skills, which are hunting, fighting, foraging, and swimming. You can manage your skills in the skills panel. Remember, passive skills can be upgraded from anywhere at any time, but active skills can only be equipped or unequipped at your den. You can also spend experience to upgrade active skills that you really like. Usually, that means that it'll become more powerful and you'll be able to use them more frequently. You should also know something else about the wilderness. The cats that live here don't like intruders very much. Any cat found trespassing on another cat's territory can be attacked on sight. It's our way of life. That's why you need to know how to fight. Most cats join a colony that provides guards and a base of operations for protection. Often, those colonies clash. Border skirmishes or even all-out wars are not uncommon. I need to know what I'm working with here. How about the two of us spar real quick? Fair warning, I won't go easy on you just because you're new. Go over here and let me know when you're ready. You ready to spar with me? Yes, let's spar. Alright, a few pointers before we begin. Cats fight by pawing with each other with their claws. It takes some time to complete an attack, and during that time you won't be able to react to my attacks. So time your attacks just right. By the way, if you heard that hiss, it's one of the family's cat attacking one of the other cats. We have 2 cats. You want to make use of your agility to escape my attacks. Anticipate my swipes and get out of the way before they hit. Remember, I'll be vulnerable when attacking because I won't be able to turn around or move. Same goes for you. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Attack! You put up a good fight, Mud. You've got a lot to learn, but you're not bad for a beginner. You can always become better at fighting by spending experience on your passive fighting skill in your skills panel. Fighting can be an excellent way to flex your political muscle too. Every day, a few battles will begin along the borders of the colonies. If you participate, you can help a colony gain influence over an area. Speaking of the colonies, surely you want to join one. It's a great way to get started in the wild. I know all the 3 major colonies here have a spare den to give you if you'd like it. We're actually not far from the forest colony right now. I can lead you there and help you get settled in. I'm sure the leader, Mayor, wouldn't mind having a new face around town. There are good cats in the forest colony, and you'll fit right in. How does that sound? What are my other options? Well, like I said, there's 3 major colonies that live out here. I'll tell you about all of them, then you can make your choice. There's the forest colony, which I mentioned earlier. They're good, friendly cats that live in a bramble patch deep in the oak woods just to the north. They're definitely the closest colony to here. I'm sure their leader, Mayor, would be happy to take you in. There's also the mountain domain, a proud collection of cats dwelling near a waterfall in a rocky basin. They're way up north. We're led by a fighter named Leo. That cat is always looking for more paws to bolster the number of border skirmishes in the domain. And lastly, there's the Mystic Colony. Strange cats that live in hollow logs deep within an old wetland. You may find their leader a bit hard to connect with at first, but this is a good cat at heart. They are, even the wacky ones. So, what do you think? I've been to all of them, so I'm going to go to the mountain domain. Great. I'll lead you to the mountain domain then. Follow me, Mud. Here we are. This is your new den, Mud. You'll want to visit your den often. Here you can sleep and save your progress. You can also use this space to store your items if you'd like. Remember to save your progress frequently as you play by using your bed. It's a good idea to save before sleeping each night. This is where we'll have to part ways, Mud. I hope you remember your training well. It was good to meet you. You've had a busy day. Why don't you get some sleep? I'll return to check up on you soon. Until then... So, I'm going to conclude this game now. Conclude this episode. And just as soon as I wake up, I will... Well, actually, it's always possible. But anyway. Going down. And I'm going to stop recording.